One of the things you wrote about in your Substack, Stare into Gaza, was the horror that you've seen, but there was one horror you did not expect. And I think this is an important thing for people to understand. I think a lot of people, like when I came back from my trip to the West Bank, I was honestly a bit traumatized by it. I didn't realize it at the time until I got back into the United States and I was laying in my bed in my room and I just couldn't get out of bed, actually. You know, the lights were off and I just, for days, actually laid there and couldn't. I just had to process everything that I had seen when I was there. Of course, I was jet lagged, so I was also trying to recover from the jet lag, but I was recovering from the emotional trauma of what looked to me like what I had read about Nazi Germany being like, and I saw it unfold in real life. And that was so difficult for me to explain to people in my life. I came back here to Los Angeles, and when I would try to express even to good friends or family members that it was like Nazi Germany, you know, the defense mechanisms go up. Everybody wants to defend the Jews. They feel bad for Jews. So there's this kind of natural, like, the Jews would never do that. You know, you're wrong. This would just never,
Right.
these are the good people. They were the victims. They would never do something like that. You're wrong. These are the terrorists. Or they would say, it's a complicated situation. And when you're over there and you
Yeah.
see it with your own eyes, it's not complicated at all. It's actually really crystal clear what is happening, that this isn't about, we're protecting ourselves from terrorists. You know, this is just a land grab, pure and simple. And it's not even
Right.
about religion. It's just a pure land grab. And the heartlessness of the Israelis is something that was also difficult to process, was that conversations with Israelis was, I have never experienced the level of extremism. I mean, here in the United States, you know, people talk about, oh, the extremists, you know, we've got extreme liberal woke people, or we have extreme right wingers, right? We have all these extremists in the United States. You don't know extremist until you go over there and you start having
Yeah.
conversations with people, and the things that they say, just a normal person at a shopping mall, the things that they say are things you would never dream of hearing here, coming out of anybody's mouth here in the United States. No one would say, not even the most extreme of extreme people would say the types of things that come out of the Israelis' mouths. It's an extreme population. I don't know why, what has exactly happened to get them to this level of extremist, but this is a good showcasing, I think, of the extremism. What you saw, let me just go ahead and show this picture. Tell us what this is.
So this is so we went down on the Gaza border on Monday, and we got as close as we could to Gaza. Maybe we could have perhaps we could have gone to the crossing point, but maybe not. But so we were about 600 meters from the fence line, and about another 2 kilometers or so. So you're talking about a mile and a half from the northern edge of Gaza. So from North Gaza, where the 300,000 people are being deliberately starved to death by the Israelis. This is where the genocide within a genocide is occurring. This is where the Israelis are carrying out their surrender or starve campaign. Actually, it's not surrender or starve.
Mm-hmm.
It's leave or starve.
Mm-hmm.
So we were that close to the genocide, and again, the fence line was about 600 meters. And when we drove there, I thought we'd be standing on a hill, or maybe there'd be a field that we'd be able to look across. We came up to it, and it was an observation deck. It was an observation platform. As you could see, it's not something that somebody threw together, some 2x4s and plywood and cinder blocks. This is a permanent installation that is visited to watch the genocide occur. Now, it predates the genocide, and obviously it was used to watch Operation Protective Edge in 2014, Cast Lead in 2008, 2009, other airstrikes on the Gaza, other air campaigns against Gaza. It was used to watch, to gawk, to cheer from. And as we were there, and we went down there essentially to see it, and again, I was with a religious group, so the idea also was this would be a vigil, and respects would be paid. And as we were there, a group of students, of teenagers, showed up. And they came running up the hill and very excited. And when they crested onto the top of the observation deck, it was the boys who were leading. When they saw Gaza, they're very excited. It was celebratory. They pumped their fists. They gave Gaza both middle fingers. They were excited to see it. They were proud to be there. They were happy to be there. And then they went and they had some type of lecture. Someone spoke to them. We were leaving at that point. But the idea, and one of my colleagues did speak to a couple of them, and they had come from 2 hours away. And this was a school field trip to come and witness the genocide. And to your point there, Kim, this is the conditioning. This is the systemic structural elements of society that allow for this hate to it's tough to even describe it as hate because it's just a way of being. It's who they are, and it's how they see the world. It's a mindset. It's a worldview that they have that sees the Palestinians as the other. I believe it was Menachem Begin, the prime minister in the 80s, who described the Palestinians as beasts who walk on two legs. And that's essentially how this is codified, how people are conditioned from childhood to view the Palestinians. They are not seen as human beings. And that their annihilation, their destruction, this genocide is something to be celebrated, it's something to be cheered. And so they brought, in this case, and I'm sure it happens every day, and it wasn't just school kids who were there. There are other people who came. And there's a memorial there for some dead Israeli soldiers, but there's also maps. Just like you were at a national park or some major sightseeing platform, you could push the button, and in English or Hebrew, it would tell you what you're looking at, as well as just as if you were, let's say, at like Niagara Falls, those big metal binoculars that you put the coin in. They had that there. You know what I mean? So the idea was that there's an entertainment value to this. That it's just not about furthering and refining and developing the militarism of it, the destruction of it, cheerleading on the war, but it's also entertaining as well. So you see the annihilation of another people as entertainment. And that certainly is, people can articulate this better than I can, but this is certainly an aspect of a genocide, right? The thrill, the enjoyment, the celebration of the destruction of these people. So it really was. So I was expecting a horror, as you said, of standing there looking into this genocide, right? Being this close to 2.2 million people who are deliberately being destroyed, at least 20,000 children murdered, mile and a half from me. And as we all know, that's an undercount. I was with members of Palestinian civil society today, and the estimates that they believe it's between 100 and 200,000 dead in Gaza. So right there, a mile and a half from me, 100 to 200,000 people dead, being starved to death, right? Dogs eating the people off the street. I mean, so we can go through all that. Horror I really, truly experienced was these children, these school kids coming on this field trip and having that experience of witnessing that was something I wasn't expected, and I'm still struggling to understand how I'm supposed to accept that. After it is, and my whole group is like this. We're all, and these are all people. I'm with people who've been in Palestine for years. People who've been the wars, who have seen some of the worst things in the world, and we were all taken aback by what we saw with this school field trip to this observation deck to look at the genocide.
Brickhouse Nutrition is having a massive Black Friday sale. Now is the time to save a bundle while you reboot and optimize your health. This is the biggest sale of the year on everything. That includes Field of Greens, the life-changing superfruit and vegetable drink that promises your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back. The Black Friday sale also includes Lean, the physician-formulated weight loss phenomena that helps turn and burn excess fat into energy. Even Radiance, the collagen accelerator with 4 times more health and anti-aging power than that influencer collagen. That's on sale too. So from weight loss to sleep aids, from creatine to whole food bars, they're all on sale. Just visit fieldofgreens.com, use code VIP. That's promo code VIP at fieldofgreens.com. Last time, don't forget, promo code VIP at fieldofgreens.com. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a clip from the longer, larger show that you can catch Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern at KimIversonShow.com. That'll route you to the platform where you need to be in order to get the full uncensored show every Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Click on that link, watch the full interview. See you there.